Pardon me. Would you have any Grey Poupon?
Well, you can do school or you can do drugs, but you really can't do both.
Read Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard, the owner's manual for the human mind.
I gotta start vaping.
Don't start.
I've literally never done it.
It's insane.
wanna try it?
Tim started like a month ago.
You want to try it?
I don't even like vaping weed. Like I don't like.
Yeah, but what if weed was grape ice?
I would want it even less.
You fucking wish. You think you could withstand the temptations of frozen white
So
grape?
do you get like a refill for that? Or you throw them out when
You throw this in the trash, dude. You don't.
That's
and guess what? It
crazy.
has a battery. You should probably recycle. I've never recycled a battery in my life.
So years from now, we're gonna have mountains of those things. Like,
For
If I have anything to say
sure.
about it,
They're so big. They're
I write
so
my
bulky.
name on them and I throw them in the regular trash.
me and my wife were driving that day. Everyone's vaping.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like cigarettes took a dip, and vapes just snuck right back in.
Well,
Cigarettes are back though. I think
Cigarettes
again.
are
Cigarettes are
not
coming
like
back
they
in a
were,
not
though.
like they were, but cigarettes are coming back in a big way.
But cigarettes, when I was a kid, it was like if your friend's parents picked you up, they were smoking cigs in the car,
For sure.
and no one thought anything of it.
I think the kids are getting back into cigarettes, and it's like 35-year-olds are hitting vaping pretty hard right
Yeah.
now.
I know. I might be on the most.
Rob Cruz got
pathetic-
you on that tip.
We were on a 14-hour drive, and I needed a mild stimulant, and I'm not gonna explain it. I wanted frozen white grape. Can I look? Everything is.
Do you spaz
crumbling
when there's not
around
frozen white grape anymore?
No,
If
but
you
I
go to the spot.
no, but if I am in the middle of a spaz, I go. If I had some frozen white grape right now, I'd probably feel a little
But
bit.
does it
better.
give you a mild like cup of coffee type boost?
Maybe not cup of coffee, and definitely not as long lasting.
No, he's tweaking because he's going through
I am
nicotine
not
withdrawals, and then he hits the
I'm
vape,
not
and he goes, "Oh,
tweaking.
thank God."
No, you've been
My
huffing
fix.
cancer sticks so long, you don't even remember what it feels like. You have to smoke like 11 cigarettes for what I get out of one puff of frozen white.
I really
grape.
don't think that's true.
I bet you it is.
I really don't think that's true.
You fucking lifelong tobacco heads take it for granted. The first time I had it, well, any kind of nicotine whatsoever, I went, whoa, it does something?
I never got anything out of it.
That's crazy.
Like I smoked cigarettes when I was a kid,
Mm.
and I couldn't do it. I was like, "This is."
I think kids are already on a nicotine high.
But like
Mm.
when me and all my friends would like steal cigarettes and stuff and try to smoke them, I was like, I don't like these things.
Yeah.
And then we
That's like-
smoked weed like a month later, and I was like, this is way more.
Well, weed is better than cigs for sure.
But
You're
like, I
you're-
think they were so close together that I was just like, oh, they taste like shit and they don't do anything. Weed tastes great and does cool stuff.
For sure.
Sure,
So I
and
never
I get
went back
that.
to the
Now
smokes.
imagine though trying it with being saddled with the burdens of adulthood. Your days filled with endless tasks where if you don't do them, no one will notice or admonish you, but your life will begin to
You'll fall
crumble.
apart.
Right. So now every day you're tracking, I'd say, a couple dozen looming threats to your existence. And
And then Nick just knocks that out for a little bit.
well,
The
like,
frozen white grape knocks it out.
instead of getting like paralyzed by it and held down where you end up becoming ineffective and doing nothing, you go, whoa, man. And at least knocks you off balance enough where you can like, okay, I can tackle one thing right now and then I can get my day in a row.
that.
Your mileage may vary. I'm just saying
Yeah.
a little bit of frozen white grape takes me pretty far.
It just takes the edge off and keeps you moving.
Absolutely.
Oh, I could respect.
And I'm not a big drinker.
Yeah,
and I'm not
yeah.
addicted to it. I just like it.
Yeah, for
You know what I
sure.
mean? There's no craving.
Tim first started getting addicted to nicotine because he started smoking a blunt a day, and then he got addicted to the nicotine.
Yeah, I came to realize that the weed was kind of getting in the way.
Of the blunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I realized I liked the
So
grape
smoking
blunt.
fucking
you like
black and
cigs?
milds.
Do you like
I
cigarettes?
hate cigarettes.
You know what's weird with me? I hate cigarettes, but I love the way they smell.
That's disgusting.
Like
That's the
when
worst
people
part.
smoke cigarettes around me,
Oh my
I
God.
love the smell.
When someone comes, go ahead. Sorry.
Or like my first girlfriend smoked like a pack a day,
Crazy.
and like I loved the fact that she smoked.
Yeah, you attach
Wow.
to it. No, you
That's
like the
true.
fact
I might
that
have had a
she-
sexual memory attached to me.
True.
Yeah.
You're just like licking cigarette tongue all day, and you're like, "This is great.
That
This
might
is
be
the
what it is.
best."
you're touching gooey pussy for the first time. You're just like, damn, I like that all the stuff that comes with this.
I might have a fucked up association.
Yeah. Oh, I love that death cloud.
So now,
around
like
the
when I go
pussy.
into Wawa and like some dude smoking a cig, I might be like
It shoves a little bit.
mildly bisexual. for a
Pavlovian
second.
response, because the guy drinking Monster Energy at 8 a.m. got you triggered.
Over the
Yeah,
trash can.
Yeah, he's standing with one elbow on the trash can in
It
front of Wawa. He's got a
Take
coffee in
cig
one
out.
hand, a Slim Jim in the other.
Yeah, hey, big spender.
Ripping heaters.
It gets me a little bit going.
And you go, whoa, is that a girlfriend?
Should I kiss him?
Oh,
That might be. I might have just solved that problem.
yeah, perish the thought, man.
But I don't know why I wouldn't like smoking cigs then.
Because you still have to like inhale the smoke,
Yeah,
you know?
disgusting.
True.
It
Yeah,
sucks.
it's true.
And you go, wow, I'm tasting, radiation basically.
It's rat poison.
Everything is about it is unpleasant, and then you're kind of
It's
woozy,
hot.
and you go, all right.
Yeah,
And I'm not touching
it.
anything
Cigars
warm.
too. I smoked a cigar with my dad one day. I was like, I just want to vomit.
I like a cigar. I don't mind a cigar.
Wow,
You
dude.
seem like a cigar guy.
I like a cigar more than a cig. I don't really care for cigs.
Yeah, that's disgusting. But cigar guys, I think, let's rank them. Let's tier list them really quickly. Cigarette guys and cigar guys. Who's worse?
The culture between a
depends, dude.
cigar guy is pretty bad.
Yeah,
like a cigar guy culture is
culture's
bad.
culture.
Is there anything worse than watching a guy sit comfortably with a gigantic cigar in his mouth?
I think that's so fun.
I don't have
worst.
a problem with cigars themselves, but when dudes are like, "Oh, I like cigars because I like UFC and steaks too,"
Yeah.
It's like
He's just doing. You're doing guy
doing
stuff.
guy stuff.
Yeah, as long as I have a single malt and a cigar and the fights are on, it's like
Sure, if I'm working on my truck, yeah, I'll
can't
puff
even-
away.
can't even hear her. As long as I get to,
But like cigarettes don't have a culture.
I think they do. I
Yeah,
think
but
that culture
it's like
is
such a spectrum. Like there's like
Yeah.
junkie smokers. There's like
There's like 12-year-olds like chiefing down the street. There's like 90-year-old men.
yeah. And
It's
there's
everybody.
like wives that you'll see them in like their Honda Accord, like keeping their hand out,
True,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
which gets me fired up.
That's
Yeah, and you go, whoa, hey,
Ooh.
hey, girlfriend.
A chubby woman wearing flip flops. Excuse me, babe.
I don't think they have as much of a culture to them. Where
Uh,
cigars get lumped in with like port wine and like
The finer thing.
Yeah, that's
finer
classy.
things for fat guys.
Yeah.
you're just like, I don't know what I'm into, so I'll just pick from the list of like
Yeah.
I got invited to a gun range because I'm a gun guy now, obviously.
Oh man, a stogie while you're firing off at the range, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
heaven on earth.
Because I was obviously I'm doing that thing where I get into something a tiny bit and I never shut the fuck up about it.
Mm-hmm.
it happens.
And I was telling one of my training partners at the gym, I was like, dude, I finally got a gun. I want to shoot. Like I told him about my pussy.
Wait, did you go
experience.
get a handgun?
Not yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
You
Just,
want the shotty?
just a shotty. This is way more affordable than any handgun.
Well, you can post up out this little window
Oh yeah,
all
this
day.
is gonna be my blind.
Your neighborhood watch.
This is gonna be my blind, dude. Well, there's a first of all, there's a convicted rapist living like 8 doors down.
So true. We
You're just
found
gonna
that
shoot
out.
him on principle.
I mean,
I wouldn't speak. Don't speak.
it's gonna be very. It's gonna be very. That's close enough, Mister. There's children in here.
You got like a Megan's all dude popping up.
Yeah,
What's
Yeah.
his like? What's his?
I think he. It's a. I think
It's
it
like
said he
rape.
raped- yeah, I think
like
it was
raped a child or
raped a
something.
minor. Which
Yeah,
is
it's
like
tough.
Have you seen him?
no, and I'm afraid to commit his face to memory because if I see him while I'm out there, I might bare my
like-
teeth at him.
The mail lady of this neighborhood said that this neighborhood is full of fucking pedophiles.
Oh yeah, we
She
had like a
walked by
Pee
when we were
Herman moment.
looking.
The mail carrier lady was dropping stuff in the mailbox while we were Megan's lawing the neighborhood, and we said, "Excuse me, can I ask you a question? Do you ever do a Megan's Law search in this neighborhood?" And she went, "Ugh, don't."
Do it.
She said, I work here, I grew up here, I live here. Please don't look. It'll ruin your day.
Dude, when I used to drive the school bus, I walked into like the main lady's office one time, and Monday morning she was going on Megan's Law, and I was like, I happened to pass her computer. I was like, "Are you just like ped hunting right now?" And she was like, "No, every Monday we check this and we see like where the peds are, and like it's just a point of interest."
And we route
Oh,
the buses
oh,
away
to-
from
yeah,
them.
no, we
avoid the
like
bus
we
routes?
just make sure like if there's a stop there, like they tell the driver like, "Yo, that guy's a ped in that house." So if someone like comes out like
So keep an eye out.
Now, legally, you're
you're not allowed to harass them, but you're allowed to be like, "There's a pedophile in that house."
Yeah.
I'm not even sure you're allowed to do that. The language was kind of difficult.
Well, they
to-
said don't like ruin this guy's life.
Yeah, you're not
But,
allowed
like,
to harass the guy.
But you can be like a pedophile lives there. Watch out.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's like beware.
That's
how-
what the whole
now-
website is.
now
The whole
how far
website
can
is
I
there's a
take that?
pedophile here. Watch
That's
out.
as far as you can take it.
Am I allowed to stand on the roof and scream it?
Like you can't put like beware of ped signs on the house.
Oh man, you should every day.
Yeah, and that's a tough sign to put on your legally. I could probably put a sign on my lawn that says "Beware, there is a pedophile," and people might not read the bottom part where it says 8 doors down.
Yeah,
that
a
way.
while
You might
away.
get egged.
Yeah, now it's just me.
But yeah, she said she had to like just do like a surface check of like where the ped's at. Because like you need to know.
I do like that, I guess.
Because like if you're routing all the stops, you might just bump it down 2 houses.
Yeah,
For sure.
Did you ever feel like a little bit of like you ever see the videos of people like driving away from cartel encounters?
No.
Like armored truck drivers that almost get like stopped by cartel and they shoot them. They had like it's dash cam of them driving away and there's glass breaking. Did you get a little bit of
like that?
Let me switch sunglasses for this block.
Wait, but what happened when you shot the gun?
I got really scared.
Did you pee your pants a little bit?
No, everyone made fun. Dude, first of all, gun guys can suck my dick. I opened up and I was vulnerable, and I said I was fortunate to have the chance to shoot a gun for the first time. And I was talking about how nervous it made me to even load the magazine, and how the springs were so hard and they were hurting my thumbs, and so my hands are shaking
They
as I'm trying
spit
to
out their
shove
cigars
bullets
laughing at you.
And I talked about it on Dabby, and like the comments were like, Tim's a fucking pussy, dude. Imagine being scared of a 9mm. And it's like, bro, explosions in my hand for the first time ever.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little.
You know what I mean?
That's so funny. You were scared.
Remember when like for some reason all the cartoons when we were kids, someone ended up having to transport nitroglycerin without
Yeah, you thought
exploding
the
it.
gun was gonna blow up.
I was like, I'm gonna get this bullet halfway in, and the spring's so
gonna
tight
blow
that it's
up.
gonna launch out, and the next bullet's gonna explode. It's gonna blow my face off. And I get that that's not a reasonable concern, but I felt it,
For sure.
Yeah, it makes sense.
and I was brave, and I still did it anyway.
Gun dude,
That's how like kids with ARFID talk. They go, I was nervous, but I did it and I'm brave, and I didn't really like it, but it's okay.
What's ARFID?
ARFID is like when little kids have like really serious like food problems.
Oh,
Yeah.
So maybe I'm a picky shooter.
You're a picky shooter.
Maybe I wanted to be aiming a chicken nugget down the line, and not a fucking death machine.
One of my safe foods.
I thought. So my conception was that 9mm. You can go beep, 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 beep. You could have 2. You could shoot over your head, and it'd be no big
you
deal.
could once you got the hang.
But it was like good. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, but if you go back and you know it's coming, you'll have a different.
You can brace.
And I think that was. I think I landed on that, but people were like, some of these fucking dickheads were just like, pussy.
Dude, gun nuts are the weirdest.
Well,
Like when you go to the gun store and you ask them any question, they'll be like, "That's like the XR250," and like they spit out all the.
oh
specs.
yeah. Well, it depends on what kind of slide you want. Well, what kind of slide do I want? It's like,
Well, I do. I mean, this
okay, well, look, here's this, and then they slam something down, and you go, what am I looking at?
cool
like
gun.
single hammer, double pin. Blah, 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 and you're like,
I've had both experiences though, because I went to the range where they showed you how to shoot, and the guy gave me like a
Like behind
15-minute
you?
demonstration.
You're gonna feel a little bit of the recoil in the back.
you went on a first date.
I hunger for your touch. Are you still mine? Is that the song from Ghost?
Yeah,
Punch
when
it.
they're making
Yeah.
pottery.
Okay. Yeah, it's actually Whoopi Goldberg holding my hands.
I gotta rewatch that movie.
It's pretty. I mean, it's not very accurate.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I wonder if it would hit as hard as when I was watching movies by myself at 9 years old.
That's
when
what
I, was,
probably when
I
I
thought
watched
Ghost was the height of cinema.
If it was like rated R, I was like, "Fuck yeah."
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If it was PG-13 with a tit, I was like, yeah, let's watch it,
Dude,
man.
I remember my mom started getting these like pamphlets when we were kids, and I don't know where she found them, but it was like, it would give you breakdowns of like what movies had what.
That might have been church resource.
It was like a church thing, right? So it would say like, it'd be like, White Men Can't Jump has titties. There's a scene in a shower that shows the titties, and like she would take them and like we would like page through them, and she would put them in like into a filing cabinet. And then when I came of age to like start babysitting, it was like a treasure chest because
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it has the
yeah.
opposite effect on you.
I would like go through the newspaper and be like, oh shit, like Sliver's on at 10 o'clock on Friday, and I'd be babysitting. I'd be like HBO. Then I'd go cross reference it and be like,
It's all timestamped.
when the timestamp would be like full frontal nudity and give you some context. I'd be like,
Nice.
so like from Wednesday through Friday, I'd be like, I'm gonna see a vagina on Friday, 10:15, and I would just like get through the whole thing. Fuck yeah! But it was like an encyclopedia of like what had.
Did you get
titties.
butterflies? And stuff?
You're edging all week.
All week I was like, ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh, yeah.
And then like it would also save my time because it'd be like no nudity. I'd be like, all right, fuck that movie.
True. Yeah.
Find something
Yeah,
else.
I only have so much time.
My uncle gets home at 11.
I don't care about curse words.
Yeah, I remember
Like
when
15 F words.
when the TV
Full
Guide
fuck.
channel hit and it was just like rolling the schedule, I would probably loop it 3 or 4 times. Just like, dude, Wild Things is coming on. make sure all my chores are done. No one can bother me.
Yeah, I'm getting in there.
Pretend to be asleep for an hour
That movie
before.
hard.
It might
have been the best soft.
that and Bound. I think might have been.
What was Bound?
That was Jennifer Tilly and Gina Kershaw.
Oh, and they were like lesbian lovers.
Oh, yeah.
That movie went hard.
I mean, I would if you went back and put a gun in my hand and said you either get to keep your parents or watching Bound once every 3 months, I would have chosen Bound.
For sure.
It was more important to me developing than anything else.
There was another one I used to be on all the time. What was the one where, like, one of the Baldwins had a bunch of security cameras in his house?
Stephen Baldwin, I bet.
It was Stephen Baldwin. And he had an apartment complex, and there was like 1 million security cameras in it.
Yeah,
And then like,
I'll never get the title for this.
And then like she found out he had it, and they became like lovers, and they were watching all the other apartments all the time.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Seems like a great movie.
It was fantastic.
it wasn't like a David Lynch.
That might have
movie or
been
something.
Sliver.
Maybe it was. But I mean, God bless them for making that shit. It's so funny that Hollywood in the 90s was just like, yo, we got to get these boys hard.
We gotta make some
Like,
soft porn.
I don't know how it ends up making money for us, but the kids need this. I think cable hitting us.
It might have been. I don't know what it was.
I mean, dude. And then you get a free weekend, like HBO free
Oh,
weekend.
dude,
Cinemax
I'd be
free
on
weekend.
all
They would
that.
load it up. They would load it up with titty stuff.
Also, back with cable, like sometimes, like I don't know if they messed up, but like you'd get like Prism kind of like snowy. Like
sure.
certain channels would come in and they'd be watchable to like a 7th grade boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then because what they wanted you to do is start steering the conversations in the household toward buying Prism. Mom and Dad, I've been thinking I've been getting pretty good grades.
And I really want to watch the sports program.
I think the programming on Prism is pretty spectacular, and I think we'd all get a lot out of it. And I know Uncle Brian said that he could get us a black box, or a hot box rather. But if not, do you think we could spare $19.99?
I do think Prism is the way to go.
Remember how he said we can get one new channel if I got A's?
Let's get
What if we get
HBO.
the whole package for
It
$20?
was like Prism, HBO, and then Cinemax was like the holy grail.
There was no good reason to have Cinemax.
Nah, you had to be a
No, it's just for porn.
Seriously, just for degenerates.
just perv dads.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's like my biggest thing with my son. I don't know if it's still a thing, but I'm like, I never want to be a perv dad to you. Because like we knew all the dudes who had perv dads. And you had like a less respect for them.
For sure.
Like the dudes who could steal porn off their dads, I would always kind of look at their dad and be like,
He's just fucking rocking around with porn everywhere, dude. That's
Tighten it
gross.
up.
Fuck your
Tighten it up,
wife,
man.
dude.
Yeah, disgusting.
it's like my biggest fear of like my kid goes amongst friends, like, oh, my dad loves porn.
I thought my dad was asexual.
That's how it
and
should
I
be.
still do,
Yeah, for
actually.
sure.
If not gay, asexual. I never found. I did find a stack of Playboys in the basement under a workbench that was from the 70s. So I think my dad was
Might have
like,
been old.
He was using it to mount
as soon
his
as he had a
dildo.
kid- you put a
You
dildo
saw a
with a vice.
dildo and you said, "What the fuck? Get out of here!" And you go, "What's up
Yeah.
with all these?"
He had a big, dirty workbench made out of an old front door, and that didn't sound good.
Oh my god!
It's like thunder.
Do you want to check on your children?
It's only Lucy. Lucy might have just collapsed.
Oh no!
No, she's
I
probably
just dropped a
fine.
bag of potatoes or something.
Yeah, you know what? She probably just dropped something she's not going to pick up. I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna go. Are you okay? She's gonna be in a different room, and there's gonna be a bunch of shit on
There's
the
like
floor.
milk on the ground.
Oh, I thought I picked that up.
Did your dad ever
This is for the
like?
cats.
Did your dad ever like reference other women to you, or did he never? Like my dad never.
No.
once was like nice.
No,
No, not
Never.
once.
Like never one time did me and my dad cross paths, and he was like, "Yo,
Ooh, check it. Ooh.
If you did, I think I would be like,
Whoa.
"What?"
I kind
4 o'clock. Don't look
was-
now.
I was driving my kid to like science club the other day, and like some lady like happened to like cross past me, and like just inadvertently, I was like, "Whoa," and he was like, "Whoa, what? What did you just see?" And I
No, I think I shit my pants.
was, nothing. I just remembered something cool that happened once. What? I'm like, "Dude, let's get you to science class."
Let's go to science club.
But I realized my dad never once was like,
Bingo.
"Bingo, take a look at that." Never once.
Well,
No.
I'm in a weird thing.
He might have been an ace.
This isn't weird.
It might have been.
I'm
Dads need to be ace.
trying to.
I don't think he was, but like he just somehow maintained like complete ace status.
Yeah, your dad's het.
He's just deep, just I don't know what his deal is.
I have
To this day, he still doesn't do it.
Yeah, not even. I thought maybe as my dad turned into an old guy,
Yeah,
maybe
he might be like, "Yo, let's talk peace."
Say, oh,
might be autistic though. My dad might be really autistic.
I don't know.
He really
There's a chance. Like,
has a lot of similar mannerisms to me.
what's he into?
but you're a pussy hound.
He's
You love the
into-
auga.
Yeah, one lady.
True.
Yeah, one lady, and I don't do it in front of fucking kids.
Yeah, you can't auga in front of the kids. That's a bad look.
But do you need to like? Do you need to have like a healthy amount of sexual display that the kids like pick up on?
I think you need like mild affection.
Yeah, you gotta like hug, maybe a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to
like-
show that the love is still there, but you're not like fucking groping her
Yeah,
in front of
you're
your
not,
kids,
like-
you know?
It's a fine line.
You're not like, this hot piece of ass. Your mother's a hot piece of
See that, kids?
ass.
See that, kids?
You're fucking you're slapping her butt cheek. Look at it. Look at it
I
jiggle.
put something in. You kids came out. You know.
my
Don't
little
forget that.
my little withdrawals.
Never forget what I did for you.
I think it's like a fine line.
Yeah. You
You don't want to ice cold your wife in front of them at all times.
Like, whoa, chill. Hold on, the kids are
You're
here.
gross, dude.
Don't fucking sit next to me. No, what about a smack on the ass? Is that too much?
It's all right as long as it's just a tap. Like you just don't want to give her like a.
Not a palm.
Is it like sportsmanship?
Not a palm where you encroach upon crack.
Yeah, you don't want to like.
No.
lift.
Yeah.
Or like.
You don't want to get you don't
Swipe.
want to get in the crack.
Yeah,
You don't want to make her. She shouldn't make a noise with her mouth either.
No.
Either.
You don't want to hear
If she
like
goes ooh.
Yeah,
That's
you
like
pushed it too far.
Come on, man. All right, so I think I'm in the
we
clear.
got fucking kids here.
Yeah, we need kids to interview.
Yeah,
True. Get your daughter down here.
that's the last person we're putting a microphone in front of. You think I'm retarded? Imagine me as a girl at 16, you know, with a perfect safety net under me, unhinged. We had a friend's dad who they paid for illegal cable or whatever.
Well, they bought the box.
They bought the box. I think maybe they got into satellite hacking, where you would get like the receiver
Oh yeah,
card.
yeah. You get like the red chip or something.
Something like that. Yeah. There was always something with these guys. Also very cool. They had a modded Sega Saturn so we could play Japanese games. Come on. But
Nice.
he would put on softcore. Like when the boys were like over for like a Sunday night wrestling pay-per-view. And
He would show all you guys softcore
when
porn?
mom would go upstairs, he would flip over to softcore and be like, check that out.
That's so weird.
That's not right.
That's not
Looking
good
back,
at all.
Looking back now, not so cool. At the time, probably the coolest thing in the whole world.
Really? I wouldn't like that
man.
even as a boy.
You say that.
I don't know if I would. I was a very anxious, nervous boy, and I'd
Oh,
be like,
so was
what?
I, and
I'd
they
be
made
like,
fun of me.
what the hell is this?
Yeah, they made fun of me for being gay about
I'd
porn.
be like, no. Yeah, sorry, I don't want to jerk off in front of you guys.
I was like, well, first of all, you think God's not going to find out about this?
For sure, for sure.
Like, I'm not getting.
What,
I'm not
so
getting.
would he
roped
just
into
be like,
First and
watch
foremost.
this, and then would he like kind of fade out of the room, or would he
No.
sit amongst you?
Okay. they had this big sectional couch.
This might be a share, dude. You might be spilling right now.
There's all kinds of different cultures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're in a smelly Philadelphia Kensington row home. You know, the flat carpets that don't really come up at all. It's almost just like painted hard
Yeah.
floor. You
You
know what I
might
mean?
just thought he was chilling.
He thought he was chill. Yeah, big comfy sectional couch, and they would pirate all the wrestling pay-per-views, Attitude Era, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think I'm wondering if maybe for him seeing Sable's boobs with pasties on them was just too much.
Yeah, he needed some titties.
Month after month, like you can't go through 3 hours of pay-per-view, and they're teasing the last week when Sable's boobs were out, and then you know that they're building up to the big finale, which is Sable's boobs with the hand pasties on them. And so whenever there was like a lull, like between matches or like during like promos we didn't care about, he would flip like one channel down and be like, check it out.
It might have been chill. It's a different time. Like now, if like my kids' friends were over and I like threw on a Pornhub video real quick, it was like-
Dude, I mean, SWAT guys would like rappel through your windows. They would kick your front door in.
because we had a dude. We used to have this like little like dirt mall next to us. It was like a farmer's market. It wasn't really a farmer's market. And there was a guy that would sell us like pocket knives and firecrackers and stuff. And we were maybe 11. And one day he was like, do you guys need anything else? And we were like, we like huddled and we were like, porno mags. So he was like, come back next Saturday. Because it was only open Friday, Saturday. So we came back next Saturday and he was like, if you go down and then across the street into like this guy with a booth, and he has a bunch of lamps. He's got a bunch of Playboys in a bin for you. Just give him $20. So we like went on a mission to this other guy, gave that guy $20, and got like a crate of like old Penthouse and Playboys.
How old? Because I think if they're very
90s,
old,
this would have been like probably maybe 5-6 years old. They weren't that old.
that's too modern.
So he sold us porn.
I think if it was 70s, then you go like, all right.
This is vintage.
But like, what blows my mind is he had a pack of 12-year-olds that he set up something that happened the following week with another party,
That's
all for about $20.
RICO charges. I mean, $20 in the 90s was different.
Him and this dude probably split $20, and they sold a bunch of 12-year-olds Playboys.
By the newer editions.
I mean,
It's a wild hustle to make $10.
that's very much the energy of Coke guys, though.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to get into?
It's like,
That's also, I think that's the soft approach for when you're trying to find other child porn guys.
it might have been.
You're
We
like,
might have been getting a little.
Check it out. You know, I got everything. I got anal. I got lesbian. But if there's like anything that you're not seeing,
No, this was
You
literally-
cool guys like to hang out, I'm sure.
This was just like a box, and we just went across the street, found the table. The guy had all the lamps. We gave him the 20. He's like, your box is right there. He never fucked with it. He never was like, what do you like to look at? He was
he
just
didn't
like,
ask what we were using it for.
fuck out of here.
He's
Yeah,
like,
he
none
like,
of my business. You
Yeah,
know,
we just
transactions
straight
finished.
up trying to make $10.
Hey man,
Unless that guy gave him 2, and I don't know. Whatever. They were splitting a 20 at the end.
it's so fucking funny that you could have walked into just being molested in the worst way.
Yeah.
On
Neither of
film.
these guys were creepy. These guys were just businessmen.
You
I
gotta
guess when
respect
you're
that.
like a junk peddler, every $20 counts. So it's like you got to find a home for everything you get. So it's,
yeah, the lamps aren't moving.
yeah. He's like, oh yeah, I know someone who has a crate of Playboys will sell you.
Wow.
So who knows, dude? I don't know.
Cutthroat at
It
the
was
farmer's
It was
market.
cutthroat, like antiquing.
Ugh, yeah. So yeah, I never got any weird vibes from this guy's dad though.
He's probably just chilling. He's
I honestly thought he was cool.
No weird vibes except for he would play porn for you guys when you wanted to watch wrestling.
No, you weren't there.
It was a
man.
different
This
time.
was seriously 20 years before you were even born.
Yeah,
1980.
Don't even know.
I guess it was way different back then. Because
Yeah,
he probably was like, someone's got to show these boys.
right.
I'd rather they jerk off here instead of jerking
Yeah.
off somewhere in
Yeah,
the
I'd rather
woods.
know where they are. And he's calling around. He's like, "Hey, don't worry about it. Tim's here, beating off.
I'm just showing him some porn.
I hope you're cool with it. Like, look, they were gonna go out, and
The boys want to get their rocks off. What am I going to tell them now?
I don't know. I mean, hey, let me know if that's out of bounds. But I think
Today would be highly out of bounds.
I think today, if I
Back
found out,
then, it'd be like,
dude, if I found out Ben went to someone else's house and he was showing them porn,
I would kill him.
I would.
I would
pull him
take
out.
the
I
shot.
would drag him into the street. I would murder him.
Oh yeah, you'd have to.
But here's something I'm struggling with Ben, where like when we go out and we're like at the mall, and I know he's like, "Where's the girls?" Everywhere we go, I think he's like, "Where's the girls?" So I'm trying to like tell him to like, yo, get away from me for a little bit. I'll go stand in line at Annie Ann's. Like, go fucking try to talk to someone.
Yeah, just
I don't know how to.
Is you're homeschooling him, right?
Yeah, virtual school, but it's. I mean, that's coming to an end this year.
And then when he's going
Whoa.
back to school,
He's going back to regular.
You're reassimilating him?
Well, wherever we end up, he'll be in regular school. We're getting.
oh, you're moving.
We're getting out of Philadelphia.
Oh, where are you moving to?
Not sure yet.
Oh, fuck you.
Well, I got kind of a coin toss in my mind, but
Far or like
kind of far. Yeah, somewhere with better school.
far as in like another state or
yeah,
like?
yeah, we're getting out of PA.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's
So
pretty chill.
it's the first thing we're looking at is like how good are the real schools, because like, dude, there's not an option for public high school around
No,
here
not
that's,
around
like,
here.
even remotely acceptable.
And how old will he be?
He'll be 14, 15.
You should just keep homeschooling him. Tell him to get a part-time job
Yeah,
and just teach
Start
him what he
paying
needs to
rent?
learn. Yeah, just be like fucking chill.
I don't know.
'Cause, dude, if he gets a part-time job, all you need out of high school is like the interaction, like how to talk to girls type stuff.
Bro, what's he gonna get that from me?
No, part-time job.
Talk to your sister.
Go get a job at like bussing tables somewhere.
Yeah, true. Yeah, good point.
Because like my kid's 6 and we're homeschooling him,
Mm-hmm.
and like the more I look at it, I'm like, dude, 90% of school is busy work.
Oh yeah, and being shuffled around and stuff like
Being
that.
shoved around, so it's like he knows how to read now.
Yeah.
We're working on his math. I'm teaching him how to count money. He wants a leopard gecko, so like I'm telling him to go ask relatives for like $5 to like walk their dogs and stuff. So I'm just teaching him how to operate.
Yeah.
And then once he gets up to like 12 or 13, I'm gonna sign him up for like different like just interactive camps where he can go to like whatever he's into.
Right.
So that he doesn't miss out on like any of that because I'm like, I'm not gonna send you to like 18 years of fucking 9 to 5 school when I don't maintain a schedule like that. It's like, what am I gonna do?
I know.
Oh, I know. On the bus.
It's a shame they don't have like socials, like what would you call it? You know, like when I was a kid,
Like community dances.
like yeah, when I was a kid, they had rec center dances. It was basically like teen raves. This is I think I've touched on this once or twice in the past, but at Heitzman rec center, and I'm sure they did this at other ones, but I think it was like the first Friday of every month they'd have like an under 17 dance. And it was like,
were kids partying like,
bro? it was. I can't imagine being an adult and being one of the chaperones there with just the amount of,
like
thinly veiled fingering happening. Thinly veiled.
I think it's
public.
sketchier dudes that volunteer to chaperone high school dances than dudes showing porn to fucking dudes while they're watching wrestling.
Oh yeah, in the tier list, I'm with you.
You gotta be a perv to be like, oh, I'll go to the high school.
Bro, imagine being the DJ and you're standing there like, and the more like adventurous kids are like almost up against the DJ booth, just fucking grinding on each other and coming in their pants.
I remember going to dances and like you just basically grinded the whole time.
Yeah,
and then
Not
you
me,
would like
but-
go make out in like a weird corner. And like try to touch vagina. Then the real cool dudes would like go get head somewhere in a hallway by like the gym.
I mean, that was a.
But to think we were being watched by like 25-year-old dudes who just got out of college, how are they maintaining composure?
I'm telling you, it'd be like witnessing like a death camp.
Yeah,
like the emotional impact or the psychological impact of it. And
but
then
you just go home and you're like, that was weird.
I can't imagine.
I don't think it's right. I think they should. I think it should be all.
I think it's probably why they stopped. I
It
think
should be
it's
monitored
definitely-
by like 90-year-olds who are like, these kids need to separate their wrestling.
Yeah. There was definitely some old ladies that were part of it, but I remember I don't know who the DJ was. I don't know if I ever actually like saw his face, but he would be at the front like, and it would just be kids asking for the Mortal Kombat theme song over and over again.
Nice.
And then it would be like, yo, can we get a slow dance, please? And then it would just be like, and a giant sexual blob of like grubby teenagers.
And this is what you need to build for your kid, is what you're saying.
It's essentially, I
You
need to
wanna build an
replace
orgy.
that. It is like,
You want to build like a fully clothed orgy for your son.
I don't think I ever recovered from how alienated I felt being dragged to that by my friends, or
just-
feeling like I needed to go.
You should just move to a new town that knows none of this and like start incorporating it. Be like, oh, we're having a dance at the rec
Having
center.
an under
And then they'll
17
be like,
social.
what are these couches for? They're for fingering.
That's fine.
Oh, those are the fingering couches.
Oh, well, you don't have any bleachers, and they need somewhere to sit and hide. Yeah, this was on the basketball court,
We can build some forts around here for sure.
and they would pull the bleachers out like halfway, so there were places to sit, and I would mostly just be like bouncing between that and like the soda table.
But you need to recreate this for your son,
I know.
or else he won't get the full development.
I know.
Or you can send him to school. They're your other option.
Oh,
To move to a weird town and start teen dances and be the DJ.
Do you guys like the Replacements? No, it's hell. But I don't know. 'Tis the season to make life easier on yourself with HelloFresh. HelloFresh's pre-portioned ingredients and delicious recipes sent right to your door are gonna be a total lifesaver. All of their meals are chef crafted, so you're gonna be eating well and saving tons of time. HelloFresh lets you customize recipes too, so each meal is just the way you like it.
Yes.
Did you get a box from them?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, it would be wasted on you anyway.
No,
you would
can't-
just
I
turn it all into a soup. If I know you, you'd have the immersion blender just destroying the entire thing. Here, we treat them sacred. You
Yeah,
know, it's like
true.
it's like
I don't
getting a
wanna
Bible
disrespect
in the
them.
mail, and Mary Jo sticks to the recipe to the T, and then guess what? She commits it to memory. Fresh ingredients is nice, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Having it delivered, beautiful. Also, getting the dry ice or the ice blocks in it, you feel like a fucking surgeon.
For sure.
It's the coolest
Go, is
feeling
this a
ever.
kidney? Is this a heart I'm
Wow.
saving a child with?
Let me get this in the oven stat,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And so the recipe card that comes with it, though. Like, dude, we make sauces now.
It's teaching ladies how to be good cooks.
It is. And
It's to fix your wife a little
They're
bit.
always, yeah, this is remedial wifing.
Yeah, this is home ec basically.
And then I make them too, and I act like I'm not looking at the card that much, but I have a great time.
Yeah, no, I retain this
and I follow
immediately.
it perfectly, yeah. But you can also check out the HelloFresh Market for over 100 add-on items like desserts, quick breakfasts, snacks, and a lot more. Want to be the star of the family party this year? Check out their Thanksgiving foods menu options this month.
Whoa.
That'll help you whip up a feast with minimal effort.
I want some stuffing.
Don't just show up with a 12-pack of NA beers.
Absolutely
Again,
not.
dude.
Yet again.
Okay.
You're the only one that's drinking them.
Great job, man. We're so proud of you. But it's like, dude, you ever heard of
You ever have a
pie?
cornbread stuffing in your life?
You ever think about a hot dish before? Get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com/free Butterly. Applied across 7 boxes. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's 10 free HelloFresh meals. Just go to HelloFresh.com/free Butterly. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. And now back to the program.
Because if you get him through 4 more years, does he want to go back to school? Does he ever get bored?
Yeah, he wants to go. He wants to try his luck socially with groups of new school kids. Now that he's had enough of like a removal from where he came from, which was being the only white kid in school.
Yeah.
Now he's like, okay, and now that it's like, okay, we might move somewhere nice.
Well, he would be cool as fuck if he's 14 and drops into a new town. He's got those flowing locks.
True, he could be a big sports star, big jock guy.
Maybe
play
that's where
sports?
I can. He does martial arts, plays a little basketball.
He'd be fine.
He's pretty capable.
Does he shoot guns?
Not yet.
Better than you, I bet.
Better not be a fucking pussy about it. I mean, look at the fucking grouping. I ended up getting it together.
Definitely did.
That's my first time out.
Does he grow loafs
Oh, dude. Brother.
or lofts?
So, who do we shout out for this? No.
SD Cacti and Succulents
Thank you.
on Instagram.
SD Cacti and Succulents. Now, I do follow the peyote subreddit.
Mm-hmm.
Are these all peyote?
That's peyote, yes.
This is a peyote cactus.
It's beautiful.
Do you cultivate these?
I've got 3 of them, but they take so long to grow. I'm more of a San Pedro guy.
I know. I can't wait to grow this for 20 years and get high once.
I don't know. I mean, you might need to grow more. I don't know much about peyote.
One isn't enough
I think you need like 6 or 7 buttons.
to get high one time.
That's why it's such a problem, because it's like
They're depleting the
they're
resources in
depleting
the
the
wild
resources.
because they just keep taking so many and they can't keep
And
up
people
because they take
poach
so
and they
long to
don't-
grow.
They don't grow as much.
So
That and development down in Texas. Like they keep expanding more and more like
Oh, so I'm basically a nature.
You're a steward.
No. If you grow from seed, it's not a problem because then you're creating your own. But I'm saying peyote in the wild, it's I don't know. I don't know that much about. I'm not much of a peyote man.
You're a steward, basically.
You're a land
Wow.
steward now.
They need me.
They need you. You should grow 1,000 of them.
You're a conservationist at this point.
Noah, what were the instructions that came with this?
The guy said that in the winter, water it like once a month, and don't water that for another like 8 days. And then just
starting today.
Yeah, 8 days starting today, and then water it, and then once it starts getting really cold, like winter months, then like once a month, and keep it in a place that's sunny but not so sunny because they can sunburn pretty easy. It's like a nice window.
Like
should
a
be
window,
fine.
so like indirect sunlight will be good on it. You just
Okay.
don't want to bake it in the sun
Yeah.
because I think they usually grow under like a thicket.
Okay.
Well, like I
so
said, I don't know much.
why don't you
about
just tell me you got a fucking thicket then? I can get a thicket.
Grow in a thicket? Oh yeah, then just grab a thicket and pop it right under there.
Well, put a thicket in the windowsill.
Yeah, you can grow it in the summer. Just like you want it, so it's like the sun hits it till about like noon, and then it's in shade.
Okay.
So you just find a corner of your yard, or put a little tent over it.
Wow. And then will this give me seeds?
Yeah, they'll flower, and then if you get a couple and you let it go to if you let the flower go to seed, you can pollinate it if you have multiple. We can bring ours. I'll bring mine over, and we
have to
can
mate our cacti.
We can mate our cacti and get some seeds.
Well, I want to see your cacti first.
It's the what's this? It looks like yours, but a little better, I bet.
What?
It's mine.
It's so sweet. Yeah, I've got 3 of them in a pot,
Sick.
but they're different than that. Mine are Texanas, so they look a little bit different than that one.
Can I touch it, or is that like a no-no?
You can touch it.
Yeah. Touch. Not there.
Okay. Yeah, this seems like a delicate piece of life.
For sure.
I don't know that I'll be able.
And you
to...
said you got seeds too?
No, I think another guy sent. I think a guy sent me seeds. I have to go. I asked my girlfriend to go to the UPS store and pick them up, but she didn't answer me. So I'll check it tomorrow.
Yeah, can you go pick up my drugs for me?
I said, hey, it was just, I got one of like the messages on the door. It's like we sent it to the
it's like a
store.
package. It's UPS or USPS?
UPS.
Because they're totally legal to have seeds.
Yeah, I think he sent some seeds. Oh yeah, he said he wanted to send me full cacti, but he's like kind of diff. So he said I'll send you some seeds and here I'll send you some videos to like get them going. And I said, all right.
It's not hard.
Everyone on the cactus subreddit, it seems to be in a constant state of panic over, like they'll post something that to me looks exactly like this, and they'll be like, oh my god, I ruined it. Is there any coming back from this? And I just look at it and I go, I couldn't tell you.
I think because cactus
spit shine it.
they show so much like they get little spots on them and they get little blisters, and people think that they've killed them. Because I did this. I've been growing them for like 4 years now, and at first I was like watching them like a hawk, and I kept thinking I was killing them. But like, dude, you literally can't kill them.
This will drive me insane.
What do you mean, like
Nurturing this for how long is it? 8 years? 9 years?
Forever, dude.
15 years?
It's a long time.
I'm gonna be 60 years old.
That's why you got to start a bunch of seeds. Start like 1,000 of them.
So when they're all ready at the same
So
time.
then once you're 60, it's unlimited.
That's open season, brother. Go crazy.
I'm doing this for Pedro's now. I have thousands of them growing. And by the time I'm like 60, it won't even.
Everybody eats,
retirement
dude.
plan.
It is
Everybody
my
eats.
retirement plan.
I have no savings to my name. I have no retirement planning whatsoever. But when I'm 60 years old, I'm going to eat enough cactus that I pull my own eyeballs out and bleed out on the floor.
Rock and roll. Let's go.
You'll just every time you want, it'll be like, oh, it's out in the garden.
I guess.
Just pop a few. Go crazy, dude.
How many cactuses would I have to sell at 60 years old to make $1 million?
They're pretty expensive.
Yeah, they get up there. Like, so if you get like a little seedling, it's like $1, right? But usually, like, people will sell them because there's a San Pedro cactus subreddit. Then there's San Pedro cactus for sale subreddit,
Okay.
which might be the best subreddit there is.
Wow.
It's just the nicest people,
Freaks.
the most help. No,
Oh,
so
no,
helpful.
actually nice.
Like, it's just so, like, you go on there, you can go on there and be like, I don't know anything about cactus. What do I do? Some dude will hit you with a message and be like, I'll sell you a starter pack for like a fraction of what I paid just to get you in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, cactus guys want you to be a cactus guy.
Because
Like
they want to populate more and more.
I see.
an army of cactus
There's
men.
almost zero gatekeeping in the community.
I think this is going to
Yeah, dude, those guys were so helpful. They hit me up right away and they were like, damn, thanks for the shout out. So sick. Here's all this stuff.
Oh yeah, and I've wanted to get into this. I mean, I've been following subreddit for a long time. I've been wanting to get into this, but who the fuck knows?
It seems so daunting to get into, but turns out it's actually so easy.
It's so easy,
Well,
dude.
thank you for sending us these.
And then
Thank
once
you.
you start the San Pedro seeds,
Mm.
it's I think you just take like a takeout cover, right? Put some dirt in it. It has to be like a certain moisture level. You cover it for like 6 or 7 months, and then they just grow.
Whoa.
I need to invest in a thicket.
You need a
You
grow
need a
I need
thicket.
a fucking thicket.
and then you
I'm gonna go on a thicket subreddit.
then you just bump them up to like a pot that size. They start growing. You just keep up potting them, and eventually they're like 3
That's
feet
gonna get tall.
Not that. I'm talking about Pedro.
San Pedro's get pretty tall.
They get like real cushiony and like pillowy. That thing will just get fatter and fatter.
Nice.
It'll get girthier and girthier. It'll get Joy Maxed up or whatever.
Choke that thing down. God,
But it's a
damn it.
sweet hobby.
Yeah, you put me on the research chemicals subreddit a long time ago, just for
That's
free
also
reading.
a very sweet hobby. But the research chemicals, it goes one of 2 ways.
I've only seen it go one way, and it's people going, "What's the best research chemical for jerking off for 3 days?"
It's a lot of stim fapping.
It's all stim.
It's all
fapping.
gooners.
And it's a
dude.
lot of like dudes that are just getting wasted.
Yeah, there's
like
a lot
RC
of like
benzos and RC opiates and like
it's there's a lot of like guys asking what sound like very informed questions. They're like, "Hey, so what's the best non 3-MMC stimulant for coming down from smoking crack for a week?"
or
And they're like,
smoke,
my parents are outside of my house right now. I think I can't see them, but I'm pretty sure they're outside of my window. And I haven't slept in 4 days, and I want to kill myself.
and
What's the
everything smells
best-
like cat piss.
Yeah, what's the best thing I can take to go to bed?
And like you'll get like a million comments like you need to seek help. Then one guy will be like,
Nah.
nah, you got to go to this guy and get like this benzo and like, but be careful, only take 1 milligram. Some of those dudes are down.
There's actually 2 cough syrups that you need to combine. don't bother with benzos, man. The sleep will be too much.
Or a lot of people
You
there
might
be
not
like,
wake up.
I was addicted to benzos for 15 years, did 25 years in jail. That was hell. How old are you? But yeah,
There's also dudes on there. You know how like when you're tripping and you go, "Whoa, I'm having a thought that I need to record."
Yeah, they do.
And then you start and you go, "This is useless.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
let it
gonna
go."
do this.
These dudes.
I think they're hitting AI or like Chat GPT or whatever.
What do you mean?
Some of these dudes will be like, I took some acid and it'll be like 19 paragraphs. I'm like, there's no way you wrote this. It has like headings and like footnotes and all this stuff.
I've read some of these.
Some of them you can tell they wrote,
Yeah.
but some of them I'm like, this looks computer generated.
No, I read the ones with like tons of misspellings and they kind
Yeah.
of like get off track. Like no two paragraphs are connected. That's my favorite. That's when it's like, oh, I just need to get this out. You know, I'm really feeling it right now. And it's like, and then it's like they can't finish a sentence.
Just gibberish.
And it's just like, you know, maybe I should have killed myself, but I didn't. And it's like, you know,
But I'm still here, brother.
it's like, you know, I'm really dealing with some stuff from the past, and they just keep trailing off. And those are my favorite. I love those so much.
They are, or the other dudes will be like, just took like 30 hits of acid, ask me anything. And then dudes will be like, your tabs are probably weak, bro. And they're like fighting.
You're a fucking pussy. You're scared.
And then I get confused. I'm like, oh, wait, these are like 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Because it'd be like, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I never thought of it like that.
But the Cactus subreddit, all those dudes have their shit together.
Yeah, because they're not getting high.
No, they get, some of these dudes party.
I mean,
I'm telling you, they like, some of these dudes get into it.
I'm telling you, nurturing this for 15 years is going to be what puts me over the edge. And then when it finally dies, I'm going to feel relieved. When this thing gets fucking
This is
sunburned.
gonna be like a new problem for you to like
and
nicotine
melts-
about.
Yeah.
You're like, I didn't feed my fucking.
I'm addicted to squishing cacti.
The cacti are blistering.
I got sunburn on my cactus.
Yeah.
Need grape ice.
Maybe if I blow some vape on it, it'll come back to life.
I'm coming down from some white frozen grape.
That
right
always
now.
brings me back to life.
No, Noah. Before you got here, we were talking about the Philadelphia cover band scene.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with this?
I'm not so tapped in.
No.
No, I don't think so.
I think we were a little bit too young for it, so it was kind of like how old are you? 41?
38.
You're 38? Oh, damn, I thought you were mine.
Damn,
I'm
you look
42.
old as hell, dude.
I was just guessing with all the children.
Yeah.
I'm 42, so it was like kids a little bit older than me were like actively following them. And they were on the radio incessantly.
Yeah.
Philly cover bands?
Dude, Philly
Cover band. There was a
bands
time
were
in Philadelphia where cover bands were the music scene.
That sounds terrible.
So like there was like tiers of like who could play Blister in the Sun better, all the way up to like. And I would see these bands like inadvertently, like you would like go somewhere and be like,
Like a
Mr.
tailgate.
You'd be like, oh, Mr. Green Jeans is here.
Oh, sick.
Beans, Steamroller Picnic.
Yeah, it was Love Seed Mama Jump.
I could probably get some of these guys.
100%.
I think it would be incredible.
We can get all of these guys. What are they doing?
I
Dude, they made money back then.
well, back then it was like,
They
yeah,
probably make like $100 a night.
You're talking 100 night?
we got $2,000 to play Flyers after party at PG Wellahan.
Yeah.
They're doing 3 shows a weekend, dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah, playing like "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time" and like like Gin and Juice.
Yeah, they would play like acoustic rap covers were huge.
Yeah.
Then they would just
wearing
play, like-
visors.
Anything that was like a party anthem, they played it.
Yeah, dude, they knew how to make the party jump.
I'm trying to think. There was Love Seed Mama, but then I get confused. Yeah, it was Love Seed Mama Jump, Mr. Green Jeans, Steamroller Picnic, and there was one more that's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. They'd always be getting advertised.
Yeah, so you'd be, you know, the guys older than us would be hanging sheetrock all day, listening on like a rugged boombox,
Yeah.
like a DeWalt boombox of the Stone Temple Pilots into fucking, you know, 7 Mary 3, and then it would be like, this weekend at the WYSP tent at Wells Fargo Center, Steamroller Picnic.
Do you
And it'd be
remember-
all the songs you just heard. By like,
You'd be like, oh, fuck it. These guys are
By a
gonna
worse
play them again.
band.
These guys are going to play Daughter. Do you remember like hyper localized comedians? Are they still a thing? Like Joe Conklin or
For
like,
sure. Dylan's family knows Joe Conklin. Dylan's dad wants Dylan to get in bed with Joe Conklin so bad.
But like they were like
Just for the
hyper local
connections.
comedians that like pretty much just crushed like Philadelphia events.
Yeah, they would do like imitations of like Philly sportscasters.
Yeah, all their jokes
Like,
were like
dude,
Philadelphia.
Joe Conklin has like 30 minutes of Merrill Reese.
Yeah.
Kills.
Well, it's like
Jack
Ed
Jersey
Bassmaster's the
restaurant.
one that broke out.
Well, he broadened his scope. He got into the prank genre and stopped doing just.
But he's back on that shit though.
Is he?
That's his shit. That's what pays the bills. That's what keeps the lights on.
That's the downswing.
That's what keeps the lights on, dude.
Have you ever watched the Ed Bassmaster live show?
Yes. Nah, I don't know if on here. I think we watched privately.
Dude, do you know Ed Bassmaster?
Nah.
Okay.
Is he like a redneck comedian type dude?
No. He got pretty big with like prank vids where he would well, I was in one of them one time inadvertently. I was walking down the street in Center City and there was a crime scene, and the prank was he would be like he would be dressed like a news reporter or like a detective, and he'd be like flagging people down like, hey, what did you like, what do you know about this? And they'd be like, and while he was talking to them, the person under the corpse under the sheet would sit up and be a zombie, and they'd go, ah, and he'd be like, I'm just kidding, you're on a prank show. Yeah, and
That's insane.
yeah, absolutely.
Was it
crazy.
real?
Like, bro, with like a fake news van and like
Yeah, he would
tape
prank people like real people for sure.
downtown. And it started to hit, and then he got into. He was always a big character guy, so he did the dude in the sweater that would be like, he's like a short guy, and he would have yeah, he would like bump into people and be like, Psh, well, you got a problem? Psh, get real, like that kind of stuff. And
Then people would flip out.
pretty much.
They go,
yeah.
what's your fucking problem, dude? And you'd be like, ah.
Yeah. And
He's a Philadelphia dude.
Yeah, Philadelphia through and through. And then he started to go viral all the time with these things. And then
He blew up on Vine.
he started doing he took the show on the road, and he would travel, and he would do all the characters as part of the show. And it was like each character was like a 5-minute bit, but he didn't have anything written for them. So he would just come out in the costume and basically just like do his catchphrase for 5 minutes while people go, woo! It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
And it stuck. Like he was making actual, like he was selling tickets.
Well, I don't think so, and that's probably why he's fallen back on the local
Pranks?
Philly stuff. That's
Yeah.
like,
Not even pranks, just like he does just like Philly characters
yeah,
at like local shows.
it's pretty grim out there, man. It's pretty grim. The video got taken down, but I watched one of his live shows. A guy, dude. I wish I could find this because there's no way I'm going to explain this as funny as it was. One of his entire live shows was uploaded. It was like 55 minutes long, and it was recorded by a guy. It almost seemed like a small music venue. So there's no one sitting, everyone's standing, and a tall guy, like a big, like long hair, big beard guy is standing front and center at the stage, recording the entire thing with his phone, blocking everyone's view around him because he's so big. And Ed comes out on one of them. It's like a retarded guy on a bike. So he rode a bike on stage and was just like, that's the entire act.
He did
People
that for
just
like
go
15 minutes. Yeah.
And this giant retarded dude is filming the entire thing with his phone. And every time like there was like a crowd pop, he'd turn the phone on himself and be like, woo! And then back to recording. Like,
Was
phone
this part of Ed's show?
I don't. If it was the funniest part. I think it was just an autistic guy laughing at Vine characters in real life.
That's insane.
It was pretty awesome.
I'll see if I can find it. It's one of my favorite.
It's up there. Yeah, a lot of he comes out and then he's just kind of yelling, and he runs around and yells for a while, and then he just like says like 2 phrases, and then he'll go back to yelling and running around as people lose their minds.
And he just does a costume change and does it again.
Yeah, and then he does a costume change, and they play music and shit, and it's just,
Do you remember this guy like from when you were like?
I didn't see him at open mics and stuff like that. If anything, I think he kind of like circumvented the system by going viral.
He got really big on Vine.
Yeah, check it out. And it's fun. This is only a 5-minute clip as he's doing one of the characters. And you're the best.
This might get striked. Yeah.
Here, I'll wait till they kill the music. There we go.
Big laugh.
I'm gonna see him fight all night. Okay? I'll walk. That's the last one, pal. That's the last one. Otherwise, I'm gonna hand you the mic, and they're gonna be mad at you. Okay? When you come up and just go. What's up, pal? You a club owner?
Bro.
Oh, you could be? What makes you think so? Based on what you see, you're saying it's a bad show, you do much better, huh?
So yeah, the real joy in watching this, especially over 55 minutes, is watching the crowd slowly realize that like there's not really anything coming. It's
It's
like,
just
oh,
him
no,
doing
just
his bits.
watching costumes. He's barely even doing bits. Hold on, let's go.
You think I give a rat's ass?
So like, what is this act right now?
This is like
Crowds anyways.
little man, tough guy.
Oh, it is pathetic. Yes, sir.
Isn't this nuts?
He just does this all night.
He makes so much money.
That's insane.
Probably not anymore. This has to have died out.
Unreal. Get lost.
No, that's what he said. Get
Yeah,
lost.
Get lost.
Y'all got your phones out. Hey, selfie. You guys want a selfie?
All right, that's good. Isn't this nuts? He goes back to the middle finger.
That's why it's a whole rise ass.
Yeah, there's nothing here, man.
That's insane. He just comes out with another costume.
And then he'll go back and he'll change costumes and he'll be like a gay guy. Isn't this nuts?
This is insane.
It's really nice. That's good. What's that? Take $3 grand for the sweater? I already turned down 10, pal. Raise the stakes, cheap ass.
Annihilate.
He just does crowd work the whole time?
Basically.
Oh, just look at it? Here you go.
Yeah, I mean, so it's like,
What do you guys do for a living? Never mind, I don't care.
bro, it never goes anywhere. I don't know if it's like it might be like a meta thing on how like, you know, as dumb as you think the American public is, it's actually darker than
So
that.
Ed Bassmaster might be a genius?
He might be the smartest guy in America.
He might be, dude.
Yeah, this guy is a true comedian. He has a comeback for anybody in the crowd that says something to him.
Ed is a gem. He deserves so
kind of
much.
recent too.
What is this?
3 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy that I really like that filmed the entire thing standing up in the front took his video down. But it's like if you think it actually changes gears and goes somewhere,
Get real.
get real.
He's just doing Casey
I
Rocket. Casey Rocket's doing him. Casey Rocket's just doing Ed
Do not
Bassmaster.
compare Ed Bassmaster to Casey Rocket.
Casey Rocket is just doing Ed Bassmaster. There, I said it.
It's not the same.
It's the same.
No.
I got lots of friends. None of them are
Casey Rocket is a friend of mine, and I respect him creatively. Yeah, so this is this kind of stuff that I think about when I'm like on a flight to a new state, and it's like, hey man, could you post the show one more time, or tickets are kind of light. Oh yeah, he does like a big like stretch, like I'm not a very physical guy, but I'm tough type thing.
He's just killing it in Iowa right now.
Yep.
ruined my whole day. Thanks.
But yeah, that's just very fun. Put yourself in the brain of a guy who, they probably paid, there's like the $35 VIP, so you get up front seating, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
And like meet and greet.
Gets the meet and greet afterwards, and then you stand there for an hour, you're just like, okay, he's about to do something. And he's just like, for an hour.
That's probably all they want is drink some beers and watch him be funny.
I know. I'm overcomplicating it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like an artist, and I'm torturing myself, and it's just like, bro, just fucking make muscles at him. Just flex on him.
Hit him with the
Just for an hour, point at people, give them the finger. What am I doing?
Especially if you hit like Naples, Florida. It's all like 55 plus. Like,
Oh yeah.
they're in for a good time. They're already drunk.
You insult my wife, please. Take her. Yeah, so that's something you could get sad about, or you kind of just readjust your compass on reality. Yeah, it's the coolest guy in the world.
That's kind of sweet.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a Philadelphia man. I never heard of him.
No, so my So Lucy's teachers know who I am.
Ooh.
Yeah, Lucy's teachers would be like, Lucy, I've seen your dad's stuff. Like, and I'm kind of like, oh man, are they going to be like judgmental twats? Because it's an art school, and all of her teachers are very sensitive, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
But
Are they cool?
Well, the prevailing feedback is, does your dad know Ed Bassmaster?
Really?
Yeah, dude.
That's insane.
Yeah, so every day Lucy comes home from school and it's like, Mr. Koshnik wants to know if you ever talked to Ed Bassmaster.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, I think I met him once.
Dude, get him on the show.
I was such a fucking dildo.
Oh yeah, I know Ed.
How old are his teachers or teachers?
Her, I guess my age.
That's funny.
I know. Yeah, and I'm just like, oh yeah, Ed,
And like we
yeah,
watched
no,
all of his
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Ed's my boy.
No, his stuff rules, man. I love it. I'm not shitting on him, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm just,
That's funny, dude.
these are the things that fascinate me. I did have something I specifically wanted to talk to you about.
What's that?
Before I got distracted by someone else.
For the Bassmaster?
Yeah, yeah. I want to talk about the Elephant Master. Did we talk about, I don't know if it was you or Matt that talked about the dolphin LSD experiment.
That was Matt. That was
John
Stoner
Lilly?
Dads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The homie Chase Davis on Twitter hit me with the electric elephant acid test. And that was, I guess in the 60s, they gave an elephant a bunch of LSD. Are you familiar with that?
I did. This was in the Charles Manson. Did you read Chaos?
No.
It's like it's kind of like another look at the Charles Manson story. It's really cool, but they talk about this.
What do you mean another look? Where it's like, not as bad as you thought.
No, where like there's so much more going on that like the
It's
story.
worse than you thought.
Like
It's
MK
just so
Ultra.
much more complicated than you thought. It's kind of MK Ultra, but the whole point of the book is he's like, I don't know what happened, but what we got fed isn't what happened.
Whoa.
And like there's so much stuff that got left out. Like there's way more stuff with like the Beach Boys. So Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys. It was one of the most famous producers in the time. He did like the
Phil
Mamas
Spector.
not Phil Spector. He did the Mamas and the Papas. Lou Adler, I want to say.
I'll take
Don't
your word
quote
for
me
it.
on it. I think it was Lou Adler. Dennis Wilson, Lou Adler, and like some other bros had a band. They had like a group of bros they started called the Golden Penetrators. And they were trying to fuck 100 women or something.
Awesome.
And Charlie got wrapped
Which in today's numbers is like 37,000.
but Charlie got like wrapped in with them. And like there's way more to this. I can't do it any justice. It's like a 1,000-page book.
Wow, so their only goal is to have sex
But
with
one of the
100 women.
biggest thing I remember from it is, I think it's Lou Adler. I don't want to put all this shit on Lou Adler. One of these big producers at the time was seen by eyewitnesses kissing Charlie's feet the night after the murder, being like, sorry. So like, no, the whole thing is like, the other weird thing was like, Charles Manson got arrested so many times for like stealing cars, having like underage girls with him, like bank rob, all kinds
Being
of shit.
smelly,
right?
probably.
And he would always get a phone call and he would get out of jail the next day.
Whoa.
There were so many times he should have went to jail for a couple years as a convicted felon, but like he would always get right back out of jail.
Wow.
But anyway, that
I've
whole
never
book,
touched this stuff.
it's a cool book. It talks about this elephant thing.
What did they say about it?
The dude who did it was tied to Jolly West right there. Jolly West was tied in with Charles Manson somehow.
What?
I can't like
Let's see if Manson is mentioned in here at all. Not once. Whoa.
Google Jolly West and Charles Manson after this.
Okay, I'll pull it up now.
Like
but
I
yeah,
said,
so
I read
guess
the book.
Story is that Oklahoma City received an elephant that was bought under the auspices of a prominent local psychiatrist, acquired at the cost of $3,500, which is roughly $27,000 today. Shipped from the Phoenix area to Oklahoma City to be a companion for Judy, a popular female elephant at the then named Lincoln Park Zoo. Any relation to, and then Chester Bennington killed himself. I mean, it's all connected, man. Within a few months, Tusco was pestering Judy so incessantly that she slammed him into a wall and broke off his left tusk. This did not faze Tusco, who had taken to mounting his mate. Besides providing company for Judy, Tusco was acquired with the intent of being a research subject for Dr. Louis Jolly. West. Ooh.
What the fuck's a must-H?
That's a phenomenon in which adolescent male elephants go through what appears to be a temporary madness. They get horny.
Ooh.
A dark ooze secrete. Wait, is this new elephant lore?
Whoa.
So in Must, adolescent male elephants, dark ooze secretes from around their ears. They stampede, stamp on humans, stomp on villages, charge at other elephants. And I guess they were going to study that.
That's like their Hajj.
What's
Which one,
Hajj?
when they go to Mecca.
You think elephants are going to Elephant Mecca?
Well, they have that urge, I think.
They get-
you know how they get into you know when they go to the Kaaba in Mecca and they have to run around the big cube all the time. You know about that? You don't know about like Muslim pilgrimages where they have to go to Mecca.
Okay, yeah, I know that.
You go to Mecca. When you get to Mecca, there's the thing called the Kaaba, which is a giant black cube in the desert, and you have to like run around it in a big circle. And there's like thousands of Muslims that just run in a circle.
Okay, that rings a bell.
Yeah, to get to where it is, and then when you get there, you have to leave. That's it. You run around in like 25 loops,
And then you're there.
and then you're there, and then you leave.
And then
you like
see
pray, and
this-
then you
You
leave.
see the sphere? Or
You see it the whole
cube?
time. It's huge.
Oh.
It's huge. You're running around it the entire time.
How do you
Yeah.
spell Hajj?
H-A-J.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking
look
about?
at that.
And then you have to you just walk around it, you know?
So does it have a perpetual stream of Muslims running around it?
Yeah.
Whoa, you could you could book travel to it. It only costs, well, I'm not familiar with this numbering system. Fucking
That's like Saudi money. But yeah, no, that's a big deal. Every Muslim has to do it.
Really?
So they say. At least once.
Whoa, this black cube is really pulling me in.
Them too, brother. Maybe you're a Muslim.
Yeah, it might be the missing link.
You could be a Muslim.
A white Muslim?
That'd be nice. Get an orange beard.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Get the
tempt me.
gear. Get another wife.
Let me reject these cookies real quick. Sorry. Excuse me a second. There we go. Damn, look at that cube.
Isn't that cube nuts?
That's a pretty good cube, man.
Yeah, and the Muslims go
And
crazy
you
for
just
it, dude.
whip around it.
You just run around it. Yeah, when it's in full. Well, because when it's in full force, you do need to do all the loops around. But when there's tons of people, it's like a fucking whirlpool. It's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
There's like 10,000 people just running around a cube. They're running in a circle, but it's a square. How's that make sense?
Good question, Noah.
I mean, that's what I'm here for.
It's like sprinting?
Yeah, how fast?
I think it depends on, because I think that it's supposed to be a walk, but when you have all those people in there pushing and shoving, it's kind of like a like crowd movement, you know?
Hajj vlogger. Sounds like a German name.
Assalamu alaikum, guys. Hope you guys are
Oh,
doing well.
Malaikum assalam.
This guy's vlogging about Hajj.
Scotland.
Fucking show the Hajj, dude.
I primarily focus on Umrah.
My Hajj journey. Go to the last one.
Guide for
Where?
Hajj.
See my Hajj journey. Go to the last. It has to be the last video.
For Umrah, for
I don't know, man.
Part 6. There's so many
Nah,
parts.
you go to part
Shave
3.
his head. Okay, we are finally here at Hajj. Leaving Medina. Jumma in Medina. Beautiful Medina.
Oh, Makkah. That's Mecca. That's where you got to go.
The last day in Makkah. Here we go. Hajj Mubarak. I better see some fucking top speed Muslims right now. Okay, they're... Come on, brother.
I wonder if everyone's on their phones there now.
Everybody's
Like,
vlogging, running
everyone's
around.
Vlogging. If it's like a Pixar didn't happen scenario.
No.
Damn.
This isn't even it. He's Hajj baiting us.
These give-
Promise brothers. Next video, Hajj. The Kaaba. Let's see.
Damn.
Show me the fucking runners. Okay, there's the homies.
I guess you touch it. Or
You can, yeah, you touch it, but
Look, I
then
guess everyone takes selfies now, though.
I mean, it's like, would you not?
That's
If you were at the Kaaba, you wouldn't take one selfie.
Not
It's
at
like going
all.
to the Bean in Chicago.
Wait, man, act like you've been there before. Let's see it. Let's see them running it.
What the fuck is that? The old one?
They don't want to show you running. Maybe because it's embarrassing because they triple it. Look at all
There
those
you go.
people.
Wow.
It's like crowd surge.
Is that real?
Yeah.
I know it smelled crazy in there. Whoa. Damn. We don't have anything that's cool in Christianity.
Not at all. You can go to like
It's just like,
Vatican.
don't jerk off, and that's it.
Or
know?
do and then come tell me about it.
Yeah, spill the tea.
Yeah, if you're gonna fap, come tell me. It has to suck to be a non-pedophile priest.
I can't think of a worse existence.
Like if my kid came in and was like, "I jerked off again," I'd be like, "Dude, get the fuck out of here!"
You're in trouble.
If I was like, if that was my, I'd be like, "What?"
Oh, word.
What even is that like? Yeah, I'm not allowed.
I've never done that. Tell me more. If you're a non-ped priest, you'd be like, "Fuck, it's confession. I gotta listen to all these people talking about jerking off. It's fucking so gross."
I don't even care, dude. I don't jerk off. Stop telling me about
Got a
it.
sandwich in the
But
booth.
this is so gross.
Okay.
One more 12-year-old boy tells me how hard he can when a barf.
All these kids keep telling me about when they beat off, dude.
fucking
What the hell? Just tell your mom, not me.
I'd be fucked up if I was a priest. I'd be in there like catching the wife cheating stories. I would not be able to control myself.
No, I'd be like, oh my
I'd
god,
be like, you fucked your boss, doggy.
oh word.
Like, set the scene. Like, so, like, how long have you been working? Where was your husband?
What was the guilt like? Let me get a bit of that.
You FaceTime your husband while you were getting smashed? What?
Do you have any nudes just for reference? Hold it up to the sheet.
I would set up a prayer economy to streamline it. I'd be like, it's your boss. You know what I
I
mean?
wouldn't be able to handle it.
I would say give me maybe 4 Hail Marys on that. And then when kids came in to talk about jerking off, I'd be like, that's going to be $1 million on your fathers. You better go start now.
But I'm gonna need you to finish this story tomorrow.
Don't come back. Let me see. I mean, there's a lot of fucking talk about his work. What did the elephant do when he was tripping is what I
Supposedly
wanna
they
know.
gave the elephant enough acid to kill him, but it's like debatable because I can't remember, dude.
The day before the experiment, Tusco was given a placebo control dose of penicillin via a compressed air rifle. After experiencing expected symptoms, how do you give an elephant a placebo?
Yeah, I know, they don't know what it is.
Dude.
This is medicine.
Are you feeling it, Tusco?
2 or 3 minutes. All right, so they gave him 297 milligrams of LSD.
Whoa.
And what's the normal tab? That's not
100
milligrams.
micrograms.
100 micros.
So this is a fucking lot.
So
Yeah.
a milligram is 10 hits of acid, 10 hits of 100 microgram
Micrograms.
acid.
So that's 10 hits times almost
270.
297 times
3,000 hits of acid.
Sick.
For
I mean, he's so
elephant.
big.
Okay. So then, the following morning,
Elephant thinks he's a person.
they IV injected Tusco with 297 milligrams of LSD. The immediate startle reaction followed, but matters quickly turned messy when Tusco stopped running and became unable to stand up. Judy approached him and appeared to attempt to support him. He began to sway. His hindquarters buckled, and it became increasingly difficult for him to maintain himself upright. 5 minutes after the injection, he trumpeted, collapsed, fell heavily onto his right side, defecated, and went into status epilepticus. He was out.
Started having a seizure.
He can't party.
Damn, party foul. Tusco party foul.
Oh wait, but then they hit him with.
They gave him schizophrenia medicine. Without any marked
Then
improvement.
they hit him with phenobarbital sodium,
and
which I think is just a
anesthetics.
Xanax.
That
Oh.
didn't work. Tusco died 1 hour and 40 minutes after LSD dosage. So they overdosed him on it.
Yeah, but like, look at all the other shit they gave him.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they gave him Michael Jackson drugs to try to snap him
Yeah.
out of it. Autopsy determined the death was caused by strangulation due to laryngeal spasm. Yeah, probably from the after. Man, that sucks. They didn't even give him a chance to like feel it. You know, like they didn't let him like even out.
No, he just choked on his tongue and fucking died.
They should have given him
It
fucking.
was dosed enough to induce a trip in at least 1,500 human adults. So yeah, it was like 2 hits per person.
That's crazy.
And then they wrote a paper about it, and they're like, "Dude, it was nuts."
It was crazy. He got so fucked up, dude. Tusco got so high. It was so crazy.
Damn. They published in Science that their findings may prove valuable in elephant control work in Africa.
I call bullshit in real life.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, you know, elephants are nuts.
Yeah.
When they live around people, they'll like walk out into the road to hold up like delivery trucks so that they can just
for like shits and gigs.
no. Well, yeah, part of it's with shits and gigs, but they'll also like They know when there's a banana truck coming.
Whoa.
damn.
They'll walk out in the traffic because it's like, what are you gonna do? And then they'll take bananas and then they'll like knock it over. They're definitely a surly bunch.
They have funerals too, don't they?
So they say.
Yeah, no, I think elephants that die like remove themselves from the group and go die, and then everyone else comes and mourns them or something.
That's what I'm saying. They like mourn their dead.
Yeah, which is what the hell? Hold on, there's a connection to Jews here. Judy lived out a long life in what would soon be renamed the Oklahoma City Zoo. Following Jack Ruby's assassination of Kennedy assassin Lee Harvey Oswald, Dr. West provided the expert psychiatric evaluation of Mr. Ruby, concluding that Ruby was mentally ill. Among other things, Ruby feared the death of 25 million Jews as the result of his actions. West advocated psychiatry treatment rather than the death penalty. Hold on a minute. What?
Jack Ruby killed Lee Harvey Oswald and then said the Jews are going to pay for this.
I guess so. And he said, my bad.
My bad, Jews. Didn't mean for that to happen.
Well, you want to know why he probably thought that? Do you know? This is forbidden knowledge. To say goodbye to monetization.
Okay.
So I did a podcast with Jake Shields, MMA fighter. They say he has CTE, but he talks pretty sharp. you know?
Yeah.
No slurred speech, I'll say. Okay. Terrifying eyes.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in his,
Like a doll's eyes?
Shark. Imagine if a shark had 1,000 concussions.
Does he look at you like this way?
Kind of.
Does he always go?
Yeah, his eyes are always like this.
Damn.
And before I got the chance to talk to him, I thought he would be like mumbling and drooling. And then I actually talked to him and he was like sharp and actually kind of funny. But I think he's currently obsessed with the Jews.
Nice.
And we were talking, I'm spitballing conspiracies that I think are fun.
And he let it rip.
Like, I'm like, yeah, Stephen Paddock never fired a shot, right? And he's just like, no, I haven't read about that. The Jews killed JFK? And I was like, what? And he said, yeah. And he's talking like this is matter of fact. And I haven't, to be fair, haven't researched it. I'm an agnostic.
They could have.
I'm an agnostic on this. JFK apparently caught Israel trying to steal nuclear secrets. And he put a stop to it. And that's why they killed him.
Damn.
Allegedly. So
dude.
I could see why Mr. Ruby,
He might have let that spill.
he was worried about tugging the thread too hard and it getting back to them.
But that's why, like, since he was the doctor for Jack Ruby, that's why he comes up in the Manson book, because Jolly West, like, weaves in and throughout all this weird stuff in the 60s.
Wow.
Like, he's just all over the place.
Just doing weird shit.
And then there was another, dude, you got to read the book. It's really fascinating. But there was another thing where, like, I can't even remember. Like, I read it so long ago, I can't remember. But there's just so many weird stories about Jolly West. There he is right there.
That's Jolly West. Whoa. Well, I'll have to do some research and we'll have to reconvene on it. I have some other weird stuff to show you guys. I don't know what to go with first. And also,
that looks like
how much more time do we have on YouTube before we have to switch over?
That's Dylan.
Did I say Danny or did I say Dylan?
You said Noah.
It's we're at 1:15.
We're at 1:15. All right, let's take a quick break. We're gonna head over to patreon.com/Tim Butterly. Dr. Tom McCusker, thank you for hanging with us. We're gonna take a quick little break. We'll see you guys over there. Thank you for everything. See you later.
Oh, we got the painting.
Oh yeah, show them the. This is a fucking
This is pretty interesting.
monster so far.
We're doing softcore porn on the box TV.
Whoa,
Beautiful.
Check that out.
I'm back.
We're doing some softcore.
Wow, dude.
I'm going to show it to my son.
What do you think of this, huh?
Hey, call your friends.
Call your boys.
Tell them we're watching AEW tonight.
Yeah, this is WWE belt.
Whoa. Dang. And this will be coming out just in time. Come see me in Colorado and Wyoming, TimButterly.com. Doing
Yes,
stand-up
yes.
4 cities, bringing Drew Montana.
And the live show is kicking. The live show is going to sell out so soon. So please get a ticket. We got it's like a month and a half, 2 months until the show. It's already fucking.
Don't forget.
Don't
January
forget.
15th.
January 15th at the Trestle Inn. Go. It's in Tim's Linktree.
You're doing research now, aren't you?
I'm doing heavy research. Once a month.
Tell them about it really quick.
I'm doing a different. Well, right now I'm on a new kick, but for the past year, I've been doing one psychedelic drug a month, and then just recording my dosage and report on it.
Nice.
And then, I was making like brief documentaries about different drugs, but I'm only doing that with ones that I've like fully wrapped my head around. So my new project now is I just got some acid that's precisely dosed at 100 micrograms a tab. So I want to spend the next year once a month doing.
What have I been taking?
It's always 100, but I've never had one that's been like lab tested at 100.
Okay.
So like, I want to see the scale of 1 tab to 12 tabs. So once a month.
Are you working your way up to 12?
I'm going to work my way up to 12.
Where are you at now?
I haven't started yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've done 1 through like 3 to 3.5.
Dude, 12.
But I want to take 1 day a month, sit down, take 1 hit of acid that I know is 100 micrograms, and be like, here's what that did. Wait 30 days, do 2. Wait 30 days, do 3, and go all the way up till next December where I'll do 12.
Whoa.
Merry Christmas.
Only because I talked to a man that told me LSD at 250 to 300 micrograms is like the full experience of LSD. Over that, it just gets kind of muddled, but then once you get between 10 and 12, that's like its own beast. And then over that, it starts to get muddled again. That's what I was told. So
12 is crazy. It's like making my heart pound.
I think if I do it in a controlled setting, I take 12 hits and I do it at like 6 in the morning. I have someone watching me. I think I could go there and come back.
I love 2.5.
2.5 is my favorite.
2.5.
3 was a bit much for me. One time I took 3. Another time I took like, I think it was 3.5, but I was like, there was like some cut ones and I was adding things up because I had like slivers and whatnot. So that felt like that and the 3 were kind of similar. But 3 was, the jump from like 250 to 3 was kind of intense.
12, man.
12 seems nuts.
I think I could do it though.
You're going to kill an elephant.
No humans ever died from a single dose of LSD.
What about 12 doses?
Yeah, what the heck?
Well, from like a single, there's someone that snorted, I think it was 440 milligrams or something.
Whoa.
Like there was a woman who thought it was something else and did like a line of it. And she ended up snorting like.
She ruined all of her friends' Coachella.
Almost half a gram. Yeah. But she lived. So like you're not going to die.
Yeah, but was she in like a crazy psychosis?
No, she came out of it like a regular trip. I mean, it was super intense. It lasted for like a day and a half, but she was fine.
Jesus Christ.
The way I imagine it going is putting myself in a secure place where I know no harm is going to come to me, and all I have to do is pass the time, right?
That's what I'm going to do.
As badly as it goes, I just have to pass the time, and I imagine myself like clawing at the walls and begging God to stop.
I don't think it will if you go into it and I've worked my way up. Like I'm not going to, because even now, like when I take any psychedelic now, since I've been doing them like in a controlled experiment once a month, I've lost like the jitters. So it's more like I'm going to take this and see what happens. Like the last thing I took was DIPT, right? And that was a 100% auditory psychedelic.
You started telling me about this.
Whoa.
I was telling you in helium. And so for 4 hours, all my sounds were off. But everything else was pretty clear.
In like a predictable,
Everything was dropped to tone, like a pitch.
Whoa.
It's pitch shifted.
Everything dropped 1, but then like things like cymbals and stuff would be like, you know how cymbal sounds like tss, it would sound like a rain stick kind of, because it was like missing some elements.
Whoa.
So like I just listened to headphones for like 4 hours and I was putting on like songs that I've heard a million times.
Did anything hit harder? Or was it all just kind of a mess?
The only thing that hit kind of like bizarrely, it sounded better, was the Monkees. I was
That makes
listening to,
sense.
like Daydream Believer and shit, and like for some reason the harmonies of the Monkees sounded like they sounded less like poppy and more like a profound. But it wasn't like slow.
Okay.
So the tempo was the same, but everyone's voice was down a little bit. And then if I listened to girls singing, it made me like really sad.
It made the music sound good.
Nah, it made me. I was like, not ever hearing a girl's voice again would be hell. So I was listening to like Nora Jones and stuff, and it would just sound like a dude.
Oh.
And I'd be like, dude, this song's so weird from a dude singing.
It sounds like kind of better in a way. I don't really understand.
Like it sounded so sad.
Damn. Did
But,
you
like-
listen to any Taylor Swift?
Nah, I didn't make it to
That's
Swift
what I would have hit.
because then I went to movies. So after like 2 or 3 hours of music, I just put on like YouTube like best of scenes. So I was getting hit with like Michael J. Fox playing Johnny B. Good. Forrest Gump meeting his son might have been the funniest thing I ever heard. It was just like Is he smart? or like when he meets Lieutenant.
He sounds
Dan,
actually retarded instead of just Southern.
he's like when he meets Lieutenant Dan, he's like, "You got new legs." He's like, "Yeah, titanium alloy, the stuff they make rocket ships out of." And like everything was so it just made everything somber sounding.
Honestly, it sounds like fucking galaxy gas.
You know how people talk on nitrous?
Yeah.
Everyone kind of sounded like that.
Yeah.
But like it changed the music down. But like,
So would you recommend it, or is this?
I would recommend it to the genuinely curious individual. But like, I like went and like talked to my wife, and she was just like, "Good night, baby. Like, does that stuff still fuck with your hearing?" And I was like, "Yeah, my hearing's really weird." And I was like laughing, and she's like, "Dude, everything's normal. You're just being a nut." And she like recorded me talking, and everything was totally normal. But it lasted. I fell asleep, and the next day, certain things were still a little wonky.
Mm-hmm.
Like I stepped on like a leaf pile, and it was just like,
"Oh, hey man,
Bro.
or like my son slammed a car door, and like I was like, "Fuck, that doesn't sound right." And then by like day 3, everything was back. But dude, for 4 hours, it was like. And even my son woke up at one point, and a lot of times if I'm like,
Dad, could I sleep in your
no, he was
bed?
like, "Dad, I had a bad dream and I can't sleep." I was just like,
I
Go
had
to
a
work.
dream, everything sounded weird.
and then at this point, my wife woke up, and whenever I'm like running these experiments, she's very patient. But like, if she gets up at like 4 and I'm still like putzing around all weird, she's like, "Jesus Christ." So like, I'm sitting there with my son. He's like, "Dad, I can't sleep." And my wife's like, "Is your hearing back to normal? Or are you still all fucked up?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, my hearing's totally back to normal. I'll take care of this. I'll sleep next to him." I just like laid down and slept with him, and like fell asleep to him being like. This is too fucking. But I woke up and I was cool, but I wouldn't recommend.
But nothing
it.
psychoactive whatsoever. Just your hearing was fucked.
There was like a slight feeling like I was gonna start a mushroom trip,
And
but
it never came.
It never came.
Weird.
So I got like a little introspective at one point, but I was like, "This isn't happening." Like it kind of like just coasted off.
And that's probably, there's someone out there that's their favorite drug.
I doubt it. Like there's very little reports on it. I think most people do it once, and they're like, "Yeah, it definitely makes your hearing weird," and just hang it up.
Why do they keep making it?
Just for the curious individuals out there. They probably made a stash once, and it's just slowly getting chipped away at 75 milligrams.
It's on sale.
Because people just go, "Oh, weird."
Yeah, try the
It's like,
special.
the whole reaction, you're just like, weird.
We've got ear acid.
But it doesn't make music any better or anything. It's just like, you know how mushrooms or acid will kind of make things like you want to listen to them more? This is more you're just like, this is weird. I'll try another song. And you're like, all I can say is my life is pretty plain. But then it got me into a hole of like the Crash Test Dummies. And I went down like a
They already sound like that.
They already sound like that, but I went down a deep rabbit hole of like the Crash Test Dummies are still out there doing their thing. Like they're still touring and like trying to keep it going, which was a thing I learned through taking this drug. Because I hadn't thought
It really opened your eyes.
it opened my eyes to like,
Dude, the fucking the drummer from Primus quit. Did you hear about
I
that?
didn't hear. I'm not
Oh
up on
my
Primus
god,
news.
I'm busted. I'm busted.
I know that
up.
the lead dude from Primus is in a band with Sean Lennon, maybe.
Does it have some like? Is it the Les Claypool and like the fucking flying monkey bullshit? Or
Something
whatever?
like that. It's like the
Something
Flying
that.
Monkey Parade. Because of like my line of work, I get invited to a lot of weird shows. Like people be like, "Are you going to see what's the one they always ask me? Who's like the jam band du jour right now?"
Like
Goose.
like
grill,
Goose.
Disco Biscuits.
Goose.
People be like, "Are you going to the Goose show?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "You don't listen to Goose?" I'm like, "I have no idea what you're talking about. This is, you know."
Yeah, you're kind of missing the point of shitty drugs if you're not going to see the worst.
Or like
music
the disco.
possible.
Like people just be like, "Are you going to like?" They'll assume I'm into like electronic music. I'm like, "No, I'm not.
That'd be so funny if we dropped you off at the.
I'm not going to EDC this
Electric
year."
Daisy.
Yeah, you're
Festival.
going to EDC.
And you're just standing there with your hands in your pockets. You're wearing painter's pants and just like, this all sounds like the same shit.
I took the wrong thing. Sorry,
I
guys.
did.
Like, boom, boom, boom. This all just sounds like bass.
Yeah, and there's a dude that's almost naked except for a backpack and angel wings, like
Yeah.
dancing hard as fuck right in front of you. Like, oh man.
But yeah, I've been doing that for like a year now. And like I've built a small Patreon around, so it's kind of sweet. So I get like $300 a month. So whenever my wife's like, "Are you doing that again?" I'm like, "Yo, is this paying the bills?
You want me to pay the bills or not?
Do you want me to pay?
This is paying a half
Do you
of our
like
electric
having
bill.
nice things?
Do you like having electric for 2 weeks out of the month?" This pays half of our electric bill. This gets us a half week of groceries. That's all about to change. Though groceries are about to fucking.
I know you're going to have to start doing more drugs to keep up with groceries.
Yeah, I know. She's like, groceries are only $20 under Trump. I'll be like, well, no, I guess I would get more groceries. Well, who knows?
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Yeah, I hope nobody's too busted up about the election. This is our sign off. I hope you're not too busted up about the election, by the way. You know what I mean? It's the same pedophile cabal running the show no matter what.
Ooh.
Oh, I have seen, there's a guy I follow who he started off like ranting on TikTok about like kind of political stuff, but mostly like weird like news cycle minutia. Like he connected like McDonald's ice cream machines not working to like some bogus bill that was passed in like the 80s or something like that, and he would like go deep and rant on them. And then I think the DNC like showed up at his house with like a ton of money, and then suddenly he was like screaming about how we need to elect Kamala and all that shit. And what that is all to say, now the content is like, you know, I have a lot of good around me, and that's what I want to focus on. Like, you know,
Yeah, they probably paid him.
I've got beautiful people around me. Yeah, and then they stopped.
Because Andrew was telling me OnlyFans girls were getting paid by Biden.
Yeah.
Or something.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, like all these like little fucking dorks on TikTok and shit like that. They're all being paid to like be really good at like debate me type stuff. And now they're all arriving at where like Dad Meat started, which is like, yo, dude, there's no controlling the chaos. You seriously need to focus on what you can control around you.
That's where everyone ends up.
You need, but now they're showing up. It's like, whoa, dude, hold on, man. We were kind of sitting here. You know what I mean? Like you guys are into freaking out. You get that all out of your system. Go decontaminate. Then
now you're back.
Then you can chill with us. So I hope if you're not chilling already, you know, let me pull the rope across for you and let you get comfortable.
Let you in.
Yeah, like don't freak out. We're good. You'll be good. You have a lot you can control. All right, gang. We'll see you over there. Thank you.
Bye.